Hey guys, I thought I would do an updated morning time skincare routine. The steps of my morning skincare routine are pretty much basically the same as my old one. I'm just using quite a few different products just because I am pregnant. And you don't have to be pregnant to use this skincare routine. You can use this whether you're pregnant or not. But if you are pregnant, this I feel like is probably a pretty good morning skincare routine. The reason why I had to change everything up because of my pregnancy is because you can't use retinols and salicylic acids. Those are typically you're kind of told that those aren't the safest things to use during pregnancy. There isn't very much study on them during pregnancy, but no one wants to be a pregnant guinea pig, so they tell you to kind of just stay away from those or get your doctor's permission. So the only thing that you could probably use that is somewhat acne related that could help treat your acne, because pregnancy hormones always, sometimes, you know, women get really bad acne during pregnancy, is glycolic acid, and that is kind of hard for me personally to find by itself. They usually mix glycolic acid with salicylic acid. They put the two and two together all the time in face washes. So even if it says glycolic acid on the face wash, make sure you keep reading the ingredients to make sure there isn't salicylic acid in it, just because there isn't enough studied in pregnant women in salicylic acid. So but there is one face wash that is glycolic acid. It is the Clean and Clear 60-second in shower face mask. It's the scrubby mask. So that one has glycolic acid in it, but that one is hard for me to find. I can only find it for sure at one Walgreens, and that Walgreens is the furthest one from me, of course. So I'm using a different face wash in this video. You should get a nice good shot of my 21-week bump. I am halfway through this pregnancy and very excited. So let's get into the routine. So the first thing I use is the La Roche-Posay Hydrating Gentle Cleanser. This one is for normal to dry skin, and I use it with my Sephora little scrubby thing, just because I don't use my Clarisonic in the morning usually. I typically just use it at night. So I'm just kind of using this to just kind of, it's not really a necessary thing. There are like two things in here that aren't really necessary things, but I just like using them. So, you know, if you can't use them or you don't want to spend the money on them, they're not necessary. And I'll let you know what those are. And this little Sephora scrubby brush is one of them. But I just take a pump of this. I use this morning and night. I just take a pump of this and put it on my face. And this has niacinamide in it. And that has been, people have been reported that it helps with redness, reducing redness and some acne. So, and niacinamide is safe to use during pregnancy. I did my research on it, or just in general. Some people do have a sensitivity to niacinamide, so if you're one of those, you probably wouldn't like this. But this face wash is really good. You get 13.52 fluid ounces in here, so you get a really generous size. Even though it's kind of on the pricier side. La Roche-Posay is like not really borderline drugstore. It's like getting up there in the high-end prices, but skincare prices are fluctuating, like increasing all the time anyway. So but this one is like a cream cleanser, and it's soap-free, sulfate-free, if that matters to you. It has ceramides in it, and of course it is fragrance-free, which is kind of a must for me. The Clean and Clear glycolic acid that I talked about is not fragrance-free, unfortunately, so kind of use that as your own discretion. Fragrance and face wash isn't like a super big deal because it's only on your face for a little while, but you know, if you're someone who is super sensitive to fragrance, and you don't have a niacinamide sensitivity, it doesn't really bug you too much, then this might be a good one to check out. Another one that is very similar to this is the CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser. Pretty much basically the same thing. just a little bit cheaper, I think. Maybe a couple dollars cheaper, maybe a few less fluid ounces. You may have to do your own research on that. But you know, if you can't find this La Roche-Posay hydrating gentle cleanser, then the CeraVe hydrating cleanser, the one that is in the green, that has the green on the bottle, like the bright green on it, that one is basically the same thing as this. So I just wanted to try this one out. They do have one for oily skin, and it's a gel, so it probably foams up. This one doesn't foam up too much, but if you're someone who has super oily skin, you may enjoy that one better. But basically the ingredients are the same. It's just this one is a cream based and the other one is a gel based, and so I may use the gel based one once the weather gets warmer, because I have niacinamide in it too, and that's the main ingredient I was looking for, was niacinamide. That could be kind of hit or miss in face washes, but you know, I figured why not, I'll give it a try. So yeah, either one, but you know, if you have dry skin, you may want to go for the cream based one. If you have oily skin, you may want to go for the gel based one. Same thing for CeraVe. They have the hydrating one and then the one for oily skin, which is a gel based kind of foaming cleanser. So you know. All right, and then the next product I go in with a little bit of a damp skin. I kind of pat my face dry just a little bit so it's not like sopping wet, dripping everywhere. So I just pat it dry just a tiny bit. I use this Hado Labo Tokyo Skin Plumping Gel Cream. I use this as my humectant to seal in the water that is on my skin to help kind of moisturize my skin a little bit more. I used to use the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gel Cream, the fragrance-free one. That's the one that you want to get if you want to do something like this. But I wanted to give this one a try, and I really like it. I really like it. The only kind of downside about this is I have to order this on Amazon, so I can't like go to the store and pick it up, and I am getting pretty low on this. I wanted to make sure I made a video before I ran out, but I am getting pretty low on this, so I'm kind of debating on whether or not I want to order it from Amazon again. I mean, I have Amazon Prime, so I get like 2-day shipping, so it really doesn't take that long to get here, but I don't know, something just about going into the store and just being able to pick it up and have it right there. There's just something about that, and I think they sell this at Target online only. So if you're someone who can go to the store and buy this in store, you're super, super lucky. I cannot here in Colorado, but I really do like this. I almost like it better than the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gel Cream. It's pretty similar, pretty much the same. This one is a little bit thicker. It has just a little more oomph to it, so than the Neutrogena one. So either or, I could go either way. But I think this one typically runs a little bit cheaper, not much. You know how Amazon's prices always kind of fluctuate too. Sometimes it goes cheaper, sometimes it's more expensive. So just kind of depends. I may look at the price and see what it is, and if it's too much, then I may go back to Neutrogena. But all in all, I really do like this. I really recommend this. It is fragrance free also. And the next product that is not really a necessity, it's just kind of fun to use. In pregnancy, typically your hormones give you pretty bad headaches, migraines. I'm already a migraine sufferer, so you know I can't take my typical Excedrin because it's an aspirin, plus it has caffeine in it, so it would double my caffeine intake that I'm allowed to intake. So I can't take my normal migraine medication, so my migraines feel even more amplified because what I typically take to knock them out, I can't, and what I'm able to take, which is acetaminophen, really doesn't touch them. It kind of subdues them, but doesn't touch them. Anyway, I am using this rose quartz. This is like, I thought this was like super, it is super gimmicky. It's kind of like, this is definitely not necessary. So if you're someone on a budget and you just want to get the basics, you don't have to get this. It's totally fine. You don't need this, but I went ahead and got it because when my eyes hurt, I love rolling it on my eyes, and I love rolling it on my face because it's just so cooling. This is a rose quartz one. I just got this one from Walmart. It's the Equate one. I think it was like maybe 15 bucks. I can leave all the things that I use below with the prices and all that stuff and links. So it has two ends. It has the big end and the small end. I usually just use the big end. I use this day and night. Just feels really nice. It's just relaxing. It's just kind of fun. It's very gimmicky. You don't need this, but if you want, you can get this if you just want to feel like you're like pampering yourself. So, and it also feels really nice on like those big painful zits, you know, like just rubbing it on those big painful zits. It feels nice on those too. I don't know if that makes it worse. I mean, it doesn't like burst them or anything, but you know, like when you get those painful zits and you just want to rub like ice cubes on them, this is like, it's really nice for that. So, and I'm pretty sure you could probably put this in the fridge and you could amplify that. But anyway, just kind of a fun tool to use. Not necessary, definitely gimmicky. Next product I go in with for my morning skincare routine, I really like to focus on sunscreen. I base a lot of my skincare off of Dr. Dre. She is a dermatologist YouTuber who does daily vlogs. I can leave her channel down below. But she does all kinds of skincare routines and talks about sun protection and how important it is. So when I do my skincare routine, I make sure I always add my sun protection in it. So I wanted to give this a try because American sunscreens, like seriously, America needs to get with it on the sunscreen bandwagon and the aesthetics of their sunscreens. Like, it's terrible. And the fragrance in them, like there is a Neutrogena gel sunscreen, but it has that fragrance in it and it just, I couldn't do it. But this one is really good. This one is the Nivea sunscreen. This is the Super Water Gel SPF 50 PA++. This is like a Japanese type sunscreen where it's like very watery and gel and very light. This does have a high alcohol content just to keep the stability in the sunscreen. That's why the alcohol is in there, for the stability. But if that is something that kind of bothers you, you may not enjoy this. I don't notice the scent too much. Like, doesn't smell like strong alcohol. It doesn't burn my face. It doesn't burn my eyes. This is a chemical sunscreen, and I know Japanese have kind of very unique filters. So, you know, they have SPF 50 PA plus, how many pluses is this? 3 pluses. So just kind of do your research on this. This is fragrance free as far as I know. If you know anything different, let us know in the comments below. But as of now, this is fragrance free. I don't really smell anything with this, and it's really nice and lightweight. And even though it's a chemical only sunscreen, sometimes mineral based sunscreens are a little bit better in stability, but this one is really good. I haven't had any issues with it and I really do like it. Very lightweight for the summer. Alright, and then the next sunscreen, because I always like to layer up my sunscreens. Dr. Dre always talks about your face as a wall, and there's skip areas when you're painting a wall, so there can be skip areas when you're using sunscreen. So since that Nivea one is a gel sunscreen, you kind of need something that is a little more moisturizing to put over top of that. So I use the CeraVe Ultralight Moisturizing Lotion. I raved about this sunscreen like almost a year ago. I can leave that video down below. This is also a chemical only sunscreen. I will show you guys a mineral option sunscreen if you prefer mineral sunscreens. I have kind of another option here, but this is what I used in the video. This is super lightweight. It has a matte finish. I don't notice, when I layer the two, I don't notice a white cast. I usually wear makeup anyway, but even if I wasn't, I don't notice a white cast on my face. I have very little makeup on right now, just some foundation and concealer and brows and mascara and some powder. That's pretty much all I'm wearing today. I'm tired and I need to go edit these videos, so I have to drive 30 minutes to do that. But anyway, yeah, I really like this, and it's so lightweight and it really does dry with a matte finish. And so if you have oily skin or you just hate the way sunscreen feels, I highly recommend this, and you can pick this up at also Walgreens, Walmart, pretty much any drugstore that sells CeraVe or CeraVe. you can pick this up at there. It is a little expensive though, but I think it's kind of worth it. All right, so for a mineral option, I did not use this in the video, but this is a mineral only sunscreen. So if you're someone who is sensitive to chemical sunscreens, I kind of wanted to give you another option to another sunscreen you could use. This is a Neutrogena Sensitive Skin Face Liquid Sunscreen. This is SPF 50. Oh, did I tell you what the SPF in this one was? This one is SPF 30, this CeraVe one. So, and just because you combine SPFs doesn't mean it's going to make this one big SPF. The SPF is what the SPF is. So even though I'm using a 50 and then a 30 on top, it's not making the SPF to this, you know. It's just skip areas. That's why I'm layering them. So anyway, but this is a natural sunscreen. It has zinc and titanium dioxide in it. It's one of those very liquidy ones that you have to shake up, kind of like the Japanese ones. Like, you know, this is probably the closest that American sunscreen has come to that, and it doesn't have any fragrance in it, which is wonderful. So you just shake it up, and I can kind of show you it on the back of my hand. Mineral sunscreens tend to leave a white cast. They tend to be a little bit thicker. But this one is really nice, and I don't notice like too much of a white cast with it. I think it just kind of depends on how much you use, and you're supposed to use quite a bit. So, I mean, yeah, there is, because I used it on this hand, so there is a little bit of a white cast. But, you know, sun protection is really important to prevent skin cancer and wrinkles. So, you know, you got to give a little to get a little tick. I don't know what I'm trying to say. This is pregnancy brain. Anyway, so yeah, that is my morning skincare routine as of now for pregnancy or non-pregnancy, breastfeeding, whatever. If you have sensitive skin, dry skin, oily skin, I feel like this will kind of suit anyone, possibly. So, you know, this is just, I just thought I would film this and kind of give you an update. And if you need some new skincare ideas, or you're looking to freshen things up in your skincare routine or whatnot, or you're pregnant like me and you're like, oh, what can I use to help with my acne? Because I am getting some lovely acne and back knee and chest acne, so it's so much fun. So anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys found this helpful. Be sure to subscribe, give this a thumbs up, and as always, live life in full bloom, and I will see you guys later. Bye.